controversial stuff last week as Seth Rollins released some very revealing images onto his social media. The internet was shocked to witness photographs of Seth's enormous, hard, throbbing car. I mean, just look at that thing. The way it glistens in the sun like that. I really wouldn't mind getting a look under the hood. God, I just want to ride that thing all day and all night. Lucky bastard. Hello, my fellow Marks, and welcome to the Remark, the only wrestling show with a lower budget than ECW. My name's
The Big Show!
Martin. This past week on Marvel's Agents of Cena, Roman Reigns arrived to the adulation of the crowd. Did I say adulation? I meant flagellation. Roman is smugly mild and promises to defeat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
If you get in my way, I got a spear with your name on it.
I just love Roman's unique style of doing promos where he promises to deliver wrestling moves to people who try to wrestle him. Most people would just say, if you get in my way, I'll just politely move to one side so that you can get round me. But not Roman Reigns. He will do the wrestling. Daniel Bryan comes out, impressing Booker T.
I describe this man in one word: a competitor.
Let it be known that is no longer a word. It is now only 2.99% of a word. JBL retorts,
I describe in one word too: a cockroach. He won't go away.
yes, that tenacious Daniel Bryan. He just never goes away, even though he had just gone away for a significant amount of time and only came back a month ago. Daniel Bryan feeds into Roman Reigns' mild smugness and thanks him for giving him the opportunity to main event at WrestleMania again. Meanwhile, outside the ring, a fan's sign manages to outact Roman Reigns. Daniel Bryan makes some pretty bold statements.
I am the better wrestler than you.
Yes, Daniel, but since when did WrestleMania have anything to do with wrestling? It's the biggest event in entertainment, not the biggest event in wrestling. It's not like they put the word wrestle in the title or anything. Oh fuck, they did, didn't they? Well, that's more of a suggestion than anything. Wrestling would be really nice, but wouldn't you rather see Bam Bam Bigelow having a bit of a kerfuffle with Lawrence Taylor? I think you would. I know you would. The authorities come out, and Triple H takes the opportunity to complain that he has had yet to hear from Sting, giving him until the end of Raw to respond to his challenge. Which is pretty bloody generous, really, since they just extended Raw's length to about 5 days. Oh no, wait, that's just how long it feels to watch Raw. Silly me. Stephanie accuses Roman of spearing the Big Show out of spite, and Roman fires back by saying he did it because he could. Good stuff, Roman. I highly encourage you doing things because you can do them. That way we won't have to watch you do all the stuff you can't do. Like talking. Stephanie yells at Daniel Bryan for putting Kane in a casket match, causing Daniel to passive-aggressively reference the Katie Vick angle, a storyline in which Triple H simulated necrophilia on Kane's dead girlfriend. That was nothing compared to this year's Royal Rumble, where Vince McMahon fucked an entire stadium of fans who were equally as dead. Speaking of things that have long since died, Big Show's career accompanies Kane to the ring, and they have a tag match with Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. Booker T reflects upon recent events.
He's proved it at WrestleMania just a few months ago.
Yes, Booker. WrestleMania, the event that takes place one time a year and is coming to us next month, happened a few months ago. I can't wait for this month's WrestleMania, even though I'm sure it will pale in comparison to last month's. Or the Royal Rumble, which happened a few minutes ago. Booker T says the word goated a million fucking times.
He wasn't forced into this match. I mean, he was goated. That's what he is. He was goated. He was goated.
I get the feeling that somebody was goaded to do something. Rather hard to say, though. Booker T's commentary is so subtle with its nuances. The fight spills out into the Timekeeper's area, and so the match has to be stopped because as we all know, the timekeeper is crucial to every single match, and distracting him just ruins everything. How else are we going to know how long the match has been going? I suppose we could always ask Booker T, but he'd probably just tell us that it ended a few months ago. Roman Reigns throws Big Show over the top rope, because we are definitely not sick of seeing that. And then Daniel Brandflakes, accidentally on purpose maybe, kicks Roman Reigns in the face. Roman throws a childish tantrum, because what the fuck? Why would a guy he's feuding with do a wrestling move to him in a wrestling ring? That's totally uncalled for. Stop wrestling with me, you dick! Triple H announces that the main event will be Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan taking on J&J Security, Big Show, Kane, and Seto Kaiba. Let's just hope the timekeeper will be allowed to do his job in peace this time. Wrestling matches just wouldn't be the same without some invisible guy off screen acknowledging the passing of time. Won't somebody please think of the timekeeper? Michael Cole gives a shout out to esteemed professional wrestler Eminem, and then the other announcers argue for about 5 minutes about how to correctly pronounce Annie Lennox's name, while Seth Rollins and Ryback tried to distract them from talking about the Grammys by having a wrestling match. So inconsiderate of those professional wrestlers. J&J Security gang up on Ryback, resulting in yet another disqualification. Yay! Nobody wins or loses or does anything whatsoever. Nothing means anything. Yeah! Even Michael Cole is pissed.
Are the Authority going to allow any match tonight to have a successful conclusion?
Right, Michael? And just when you were about to describe what Katy Perry's dress looked like at the Grammys. Fucking wrestling getting in the way again. Seth Rollins' wrestling strategy of getting other people to wrestle for him impresses JBL.
That's what Seth Rollins is called, the architect.
What? Silly Booker T. Architects are well known for their tendencies to hire bodyguards to beat people up until they design a house for them. That's like Architecture 101. Come on, Booker. Keep up with the current architectural trends already. Popular albino ginger nut Sheamus is coming back to the WWE. So we get a video package reminding us that he loves to fight. Unlike every other wrestler in the company, who are doing it begrudgingly and because they have no other options. My top tier waifu Paige is on the television screen, and nothing else matters. Suddenly, an episode of Total Divas breaks out in the ring, and I'm just going to do you all a favor and fast forward past this bit. Once again, proving why Seth Rollins is the architect. Rusev and Lana emerge from backstage, and JBL gives us some factoids.
And Rusev, never been pinned, never been submitted.
Yes, he has never been submitted. It's quite the confusing accomplishment. Rusev has also never been given up, never been let down, and never been run around or deserted. That's what we call a Rusev role. Lana introduces their celebration of John Cena.
Just like an award show, like the Oscars and Grammys, we want to recognize John Cena's career tonight.
Bit of a stretch there, Lana. After all, the Oscars and the Grammys are just self-congratulatory wankfests surrounding a bunch of extremely fake people who are desperately trying to remain relevant. None of those things apply to wrestling or John Cena. At all. Rusev hates on the movie Labyrinth.
The men you once were no longer exists.
And then commits the treasonous act of speaking a foreign language on US soil. Don't worry, WWE fans. I'm sure whatever he said, it only further proves that Seth Rollins is the architect. John Cena comes out, and it seems his eye is in a lot of pain. Presumably because he was just forced to watch one of his own matches. What happened, Jonathan?
Had my nose broke, my neck broke, both my elbows cut, my eyes gouged out.
Your eyes gouged out. Right. That would explain why both of your eyes are intact and in perfect working order. Oh, wait, I forgot about your Wolverine-esque healing powers.
I get knocked down, I get back up!
That's right, he gets knocked down. But he gets up again. You're never going to keep him down. He gets knocked down. But he gets up again. You are never going to keep him down. Pissing the night away. Pissing the night away. Rusev mocks John Cena.
Look at you! You can't even see me from your one eye! You can't!
Attacking America is one thing, Rusev. But butchering John Cena's catchphrase is just going too far. Mos Def attacks John Cena in a fit of rage and pokes him in the eyeball that isn't there because it was gouged out apparently. Then a few referees come out and stop the unstoppable Rusev by waving their arms a bit and going, no, don't do that. Well, can you blame Rusev for stopping after that? It's impossible to ignore a group of men in black and white striped shirts, especially when you're not even in a match and they have no power. The WrestleMania sign points at Dolph Ziggler, who is making his first successful return after successfully returning last week and the week before that. He faces off against Bray Wyatt, much to the chagrin of Booker T.
How does he find himself in this position, each and every week?
Yes, how does Dolph Ziggler find himself in a wrestling match each and every week? It might have something to do with him being a professional wrestler who gets paid to do that. One can only theorize. After beating Echo the Dolphin, Bray Wyatt exposes the concrete underneath the safety mats and is about to do some serious punishment when about half a dozen referees come out and wave their arms and go, no, don't do that. As a result, the psychotic Bray Wyatt is forced to obey the 3 or 4 men of average build, because otherwise they might disqualify him from the match that already ended. Brock Lesnar and Happy Heyman, the jovial Jew, come to the ring. Paul Heyman calls Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns the biggest liars in the land because they claim to be able to defeat Brock. And Paul should know a thing or two about liars, since he spent about half his career promising his employees that he would eventually pay them. Gold and Stardust wrestle the New Day, only for Stardust to walk out of the match in order to prove that Seth Rollins is the architect. Backstage, Daniel Bryan is being interviewed by Renee Young, while behind them there is a potted plant that looks for all the world like Roman Reigns. It's uncanny. Even backstage, Stardust is approached by Goldust, who manages to upset his partner by using his real name again. This is an exciting and fresh new development in a plot that has been full of twists and turns. I can't wait to see what happens next. Maybe Goldust will piss Stardust off by using his real name, and then Stardust will get upset and walk away. But they would never do that. It would just be too unexpected. It would just be so shocking that nobody would be able to watch it and comprehend what was going on. It would be such a swerve. H×3 walks down to the ring, high-fives the WrestleMania sign, and then addresses the the Sting situation.
Sting, the face of WCW, the company I helped destroy.
I had no idea that Triple H wrote the invasion angle. After all, WCW was only truly destroyed after that wet fart of a storyline, along with its credibility. Triple H insists that Sting show his face so that he can tell him face to face to not show his face. Suddenly, everything goes dark, and unfortunately for Triple H, he neglected to collect all 8 pages, and he is attacked by a magical teleporting slender Sting. At the mere sight of Sting, Triple H collapses to the ground, saying, "Don't stand! Don't stand! Don't stand so close to me!" The words "I accept" appear on the Titantron, and even though he never actually says anything out loud, Sting still manages to outdo Roman Reigns on the mic. Later on in the night, Renee Young will host a show called Crazy Stupid Love, a show that focuses on the most romantic couples in WWE history, such as Mark Henry and Mae Young, Sarah and The Undertaker, and Triple H and himself. The doctors inform us that John Cena has a scratched cornea. They also discover that he has a rare condition called infantus humerus, a disease that causes people to sporadically say boob and fart jokes and think they're really, really clever. The used hose come out to wrestle Tyson Kidd and the Swiss Diddy Kong Cesaro. We are then shown a clip of the double date between Jimmy Uso and Naomi and Tyson Kidd and Natalya. At a certain point, Tyson Kidd realizes that he's stuck in a shitty angle and flips the table, causing the overacting extras in the background to repeatedly ask if they're okay.
You okay, man? You okay? I was trying to... Are you okay?
Jimmy, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Jimmy? You've been hit by... You've been struck by a lower card jobber. Rikishi is finally being inducted into the Hall of Fame, so we are given an extremely respectful and tasteful montage of some of the most memorable moments of his storied professional career, full of emotional highs and brutal gladiatorial conflict. Look, everyone, an actual wrestling product. Wow! Mizdow is wrestling your... Sin Cara. It still hurts. The Miz sits at ringside and distracts Mizdow by making him wait on him hand and foot during the match. Sin Cara takes advantage of the distraction and hits Mizdow with a hellacious plancha, which Michael Cole calls with pinpoint accuracy.
Sin Cara recovering up to do that.
How very descriptive of you, Michael. All that training as a war journalist has certainly expanded your vocabulary. Sin Cara beats Mizdow by doing that, and a little bit of this, and then JBL comments,
Sin Cara actually means man who beat former stunt double. Means a lot of things.
Bray Wyatt cuts an existential promo.
Where do we go when we die?
TNA? Bray goes on to make veiled challenges to some unknown person, The Undertaker, whose identity is a secret, The Undertaker. Who knows who he could be talking about? It's The Undertaker, it's the fucking Undertaker. According to this promotional spot, Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan will meet face to face on Smackdown, unlike all the other times that they've interacted, where they have met ass to ass. Curtis... Axel is in the ring, and he proclaims that not even Kanye West can stop him. Somewhere else, Kanye West briefly considers caring about what's going on in the WWE, and then just goes right back to being a giant twat. Dean Ambrose beats Curtis Axel, and then addresses Bad News Barrett, saying that his face is going to go on the Wall of Champions. Yes, right next to Psycho Sid, the Great Khali, and David Arquette. Such noble ambition. Bad News Barrett talks about the Grammys for the 18th time this episode, and what's that he's holding there? It looks like some sort of award. Is that what a Grammy looks like? You'd think it would be smaller and more trophy-shaped. Still, congrats to Wade on his musical achievement. It's time for the main event, a 2 versus R match, in which Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns take on the rest of the main event roster because fuck it. Their opponents surround the ring, and they... Oh god, is it going to be a lumberjack match? Oh, please tell me it's going to be... Oh, never mind, they're doing shit. False alarm. False alarm, everybody. Booker T has some urgent observations about Jamie Noble's choice of footwear.
Those are cowboy boots that Noble has on. Those aren't wrestling boots, guys.
Thanks, bro.
Clearly wearing a different style of shoe has given Jamie Noble an unfair advantage in this sort of fight. After all, everybody knows that cowboys were infamous for crafting their boots out of solid titanium. Thanks, book. Ryback, Eric Rowan, and Dolph Ziggler come out to even the odds, but they're all rendered powerless against the might of Jamie Noble's adamantium cowboy boots. Then Roman Reigns tags himself in and steals the victory from Daniel Bryan by doing a huge spear to Joey Mercury, or as Michael Cole would say, by doing that. Triple H points at the TV monitor displaying the WrestleMania sign, and then Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns get into a heated argument about whether Seth Rollins is actually the architect or not. Roman Reigns has had enough of Daniel Bryan's incessant wrestling ability, so he spears him. The crowd is split down the middle. But not by that, by whether the live show was worth the price of admission or not. Moving down to SmackOn, we start things off with Corporate Kane touting a tremendous tag team turmoil tournament. Alliteration, bitches. All of the most successful tag teams and Slater Gator are ready to face Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns in an elimination-style tag gauntlet. Big Show tells them to grab the bull by the horns, and Los Matadores take it literally by grabbing El Torito by his actual horns. If you listen very carefully, you can hear Vince McMahon laughing at his own joke.
Ha 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 ha! It's a fucking bull! Ha ha ha!
Big Show's smile will haunt your nightmares, and then Bray Wyatt comes out to the ring. Jerry Lawler takes task with the heelish hillbilly.
How can anybody respect this creepy guy?
I know, right? That gentleman carrying the lantern is certainly creepy, middle-aged old man who spends most of his time squealing at the tits of women half his age. The announcers are quite rightly bamboozled by Bray Wyatt's cryptic, "The fucking Undertaker" promos. R-Truth repeatedly asks us what's up.
What's up?
Well, Mr. Truth, I was just recording a video about the events that happened recently in the...
What's up?
As I was about to tell you, I'm currently filming myself talking about the events in recent...
What's up?
Look, do you want to know what's up or not? I'm getting very mixed signals here.
What's up?
I'm starting to think you already know what's up and you're just fucking with me.
There it is.
You're starting to piss me off, Mr. R-Truth. Jerry Lawler compares Bray Wyatt's upside-down spider walk to Linda Blair's head spinning around in The Exorcist, even though in that same movie, there is a scene where Linda Blair does exactly what Bray Wyatt is doing. But no, the head spinning scene. Much better comparison. Paige takes on Summer Rae, and since this isn't an episode of Total Divas and is actually a women's wrestling match, Michael Cole suggests the following hashtag.
We invite you to use the hashtag Total Divas.
Dinosaur vagina. Jerry Lawler reminds us of the high stakes at the upcoming pay-per-view.
That's how big Fastlane is. A shot at the World Championship at WrestleMania.
Yes! That is how big Fastlane is. Unlike all the other pay-per-views that came before it, this one involves getting a title shot at WrestleMania. This is simply unprecedented. No fucking way. A title shot? Up for grabs, you say? What a novel idea for a pay-per-view. Quite unlike that Royal Rumble thingamajig, which was just a bunch of inconsequential trivia. Fandango is in the ring, and also Adam Rose. Adam Rose! Michael Cole takes a bunch of hallucinogens and starts talking like he's in Alice in Wonderland.
Poking fun at those who dress like hot dogs and whatnot.
Dude, Michael, whatever you're on, I want some. Jerry Lawler is his ever-charming self.
You know, I don't dance, but I'd love to hold Rosa while she does.
Yeah, that Bray Wyatt. What a creep. Total weirdo. Dusty Rhodes is going to be on Monday Night Raw to explain how his finisher was ever taken seriously, and also to settle things between Gold and Stardust. Marlon Wayans and Daniel Bryan join forces to face a series of tag teams, leading Michael Cole to describe the situation.
And not only, guys, is Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan teaming together tonight.
Yes, Michael, they is indeed teaming up. I hope that Daniel Bryan are able to maintain his tenuous alliance with Roman Reigns. Tensions is extremely high between them. Miz and Mizdow are up first, while Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns do the wrestling equivalent of this. Come on, give us a go. No, it's my turn. Oh, you've been hogging it all day. I'm about to beat level 3. Come on, I wanna go. They defeat the Miz duo, and next up it's the tag team champions, the Usos. The announcers argue over the proper vernacular to describe Reigns and Bryan.
You know, Daniel Bryan, he is sudden.
You can use that same adjective to describe Roman Reigns as well.
Yes, Michael, but in the case of Roman Reigns, the context would be, all of a sudden, the people started booing Roman Reigns violently. Daniel Bryan starts torturing the Usos with submission moves, and Roman Reigns starts to worry about them, causing Byron Saxton to remark,
when was the last time you even saw Roman Reigns show an ounce of compassion for anyone?
Never.
You're right. Roman Reigns is a cold-hearted robot with no sympathy for anybody. Oh, don't be confused by that picture from Raw a few weeks ago. He's not helping Ric Flair. He's just analyzing Flair's DNA to see if he could become one with the Roman collective. There is a Superman punch, followed by a super kick, followed by a superfluous moment where Jey Uso goes to the top rope and tries to do a high-risk maneuver, only to be reversed by Daniel Bryan. Daniel makes Jey tap out, and the Usos are succeeded by Los Matadores, which is Spanish for the You're Eliminated. Los Matadores Los. Los Matadores lose, and then out come the Slobber Jobbers. Roman Reigns pins Heath Slater without tagging out once, upgrading him from mildly smug to moderately chuffed. The WWE Network is finally available in Canada, or as they like to call it over there, the WWA Network. The ass tension comes out, and Jerry Lawler knows how dangerous they can be.
They're gonna be like unleashing 2 dogs here.
Yes, like 2 dogs. I couldn't think of a more dangerous animal than that, or at least a more specific breed of dog. Okay, no, we'll roll with that then. The Poodles of Destruction clean house, but then they are disqualified for a reason that I totally know, but I'm choosing not to tell you about. More referees come out and wave at the Ascension going, no, don't do that. Leaving the Ascension no choice but to beat a hasty retreat. Kane and...
The Big Show
come down to the ring. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns are rather spent, and the announcers comment that WrestleMania must seem very far away.
Gotta feel like it's a year away at this rate.
Or if you were to ask Booker T, tomorrow. Kane tells the Big Show to hurry up and finish the match.
I'm having fun.
Big Show, stop playing with your toys and do your homework.
I'm having fun.
Big Show, stop eating all the candy. You'll ruin your appetite.
I'm having fun.
Big Show, do you want to play WWE 2K15? No, you're right. Go back to having fun. Big Show and Kane argue like an old married couple until Big Show turns face for the billionth time and punches Kane in the jaw, surprising that guy right there. Him. He was the one who was surprised. Roman and Daniel double-team the Big Show like a couple of German shepherds that have been taken off their leashes, and then Daniel Bryan pins him, giving them the unlikely victory. Agreeable! 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 And thusly, Smackdown ends for yet another week. Thanks for watching the Remark. It's always a pleasure to... Big Show, get out of that paddling pool! You only just ate 10 minutes ago!
I'm having fun!
Honestly, I can't take him anywhere.